us.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, entire screen share. Okay. So last week we talked about the vulnerability analysis. Where is it? Where is my vulnerability analysis? Basically, we talk about this one, vulnerability analysis. Today, I like to change my topic a little bit. There is this particular topic is not in the list. I have been playing around with this for the last week or so. So basically, I try to merge, to combine artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. Basically, I try to combine these two together. Okay. Most of the text still in Indonesian language. Sorry, but it's not difficult to read because most of it is actually source code. Okay, it's here in my wiki, onocenter.or.id/wiki. It's called Cyber Security AI. This is quite new. Advanced. Proceed. So this one is quite new. Still in research activity. Most of the thing that available on the net is mostly use chatgpt or something like that. But I like to do it more self-contained, so I like to use my own AI. So basically, the idea is something like this. So this is not in my original outline of the course. So this is, I divert a little bit from the actual course, but I think most of you will be benefit from this thing because this makes our lives easier. So basically, if we have a target, server, whatever, so we have server, we can evaluate the vulnerability from the outside environment. For example, say we have a computer to pen test, or we have auditor. Oops. Sorry. Okay. We have also auditor of computer of the auditor. Okay. For example, we have these two person. Can be pen tester or auditor. Okay. Both look at the server. Auditor mostly look at the log, look at the configuration of the file. The auditor can be auditing the ISO 27000 or something like that. Okay, while pen tester is trying to check the server physically, and they're trying to attack the server. So the normal way is pen tester will attack, server will respond. The auditor basically will grab the information from the server, download to the auditor, and they will audit manually by hand. Same thing with pen tester, they will do it manually by hand. Now, where is AI coming into the picture? So basically, my idea is very simple. We can, which one is the AI? For example, this one. Oh no, this one. Okay. So we can have AI. It can be, the easiest one is large language model, LLM. For example, chatgpt. Okay. So basically, the pen tester can I remove this one? where is the remove key? Oops. Anyway, okay, just change the arrow. Okay, basically it send a prompt to the large language model. It can be prompt, it can be code script. So pentester can send prompt or script, create their own script and talk to the AI. AI will interact with the computer of the pentester. So it can be like this, interact, and then based on the what's that? The command generated by the AI, then the computer will do the attack automatically. Based on the results, normally we can send the result to the large language model to AI, and then AI will generate the report to the pentester that can be included into the report to the one that fund the activity. Okay. Same thing with auditor. So it should be the same. The auditor will talk to this one, and AI will give it back to the auditor and send it back. Basically, the auditor will grab the log of the server, send it to large language model, and then the ChatGPT can answer it. In my case, I try to remove, if we want to play around with this, we can use ChatGPT, but in my case, I try to change the large language model using local large language model. It's called OLAMA. OLAMA is open large language model, basically. Okay, it can be run locally in our server. Okay, so that's basically the idea. Now, to give you some idea about OLAMA, I will enter this. Of course, we can use ChatGPT if you like. There is API on ChatGPT that you can send prompt request, whatever, to ChatGPT. Or we can do it manually by hand also. But it's not that, it's becoming so slow if we send it by hand. So for running OLAMA, we can do something like this, or you can search on the internet OLAMA. Okay, and we can search how to install OLAMA in Linux, for example, or normally we run OLAMA on Linux. Okay, so this one is on Linux. There are two recommended installer process. These two use Docker. If we use, but Docker, we will having difficulty with Docker. If we want to integrate this into pen test activity or automatic activity using script. So if I use script, I normally use this one. Okay, install in Ubuntu 24.4. Okay, so I will show you this one, the using web, not IO, web UI. So this is typo. OLAMA using web UI. Basically, how to install OLAMA is very simple. We need to install Docker. And if we have NVIDIA, I don't have NVIDIA with my computer, so it's now sitting beside me. It's on a laptop without NVIDIA, without GPU. So I have to remove this one because I no GPU right now in my system. And then if there is a NVIDIA, we can always check the availability of the NVIDIA. to install Olama and open web UI using Docker, I normally install Docker Compose. Docker Compose need us to set up the installer's configuration basically. This is Docker Compose script. It's markup language. So we can define the name of the container, the resource. We can also tell that we have NVIDIA, how many NVIDIA, and also we have web UI. The most important thing is this one, port 3000. Okay, and then just type this command and that's it. Finish. The Olama will be up and running. Okay. Now, I will, what's the IP address? The IP address of my system is 192.168.0.16146. Okay, let me show you. But this is very slow because there is no, the port number is 3000. There is no NVIDIA GPU, so the system is very, very slow. I hope this works. Oops, why? Okay, it works. So this is how it looks like. Okay, enter your email, password 123456. So that's my password. So it looks like very similar to ChatGPT, but it's local. The interesting things with local server, I also have another local server in my computer. So basically I have two Olama here in my computer here because that particular server is used for pen test and everything. So the standalone local ChatGPTs look like this, and we can compare with the online ChatGPT. Very similar. This is the online version of the ChatGPT. We can select the, oops, we need to sign up for free. I need to sign up first. No. I don't want to do that. No. So basically, here we can select the model. Same here. We can select the model. I need to download the model first. Then based on the model, then we can send prompt here. But I will not do that because my computer is very, very slow, so I cannot do these things. Basically, this is how to install and everything. And then the most important thing is this one. There is a workspace here. So if we click workspace, I can click knowledge. So I have several knowledge installed in the system. So this is the main difference between Olama, like local ChatGPT, and the online one. The online one, we need to upload the file every time we send a query prompt. This one, we can upload the knowledge. So, for example, this is the collection of knowledge on machine learning, collection of knowledge on cybersecurity, collection of knowledge on artificial intelligence. This knowledge is PDF file, and we can upload the PDF file, as many PDF file as we like. The file will be stored in the local database. Currently the local database I use SQLite, but if we want a bigger storage, better use PostgreSQL. So that's basically it. Let me see if I can see the actual knowledge. See, so okay, that's the one. So on the right hand side, we can actually see the actual file. This is the actual file. So whenever we send a query like this, for example, we want to send a query, then we can type hashtag like this, then it will ask us, which collection will be embedded into the prompt as well. So for example, I will ask about artificial intelligence, then this collection of knowledge on artificial intelligence will be included with our prompt. It becoming a context of the prompt. Then we can type in the prompt like here. Okay, for example, how to how to integrate pen test with AI. Okay, so we can do something like this, and then so we can set a very short prompt, but in reality, it will check any context within the knowledge they have, and then it will include it and send it to the large language model, the OLAMA, and then OLAMA will react based on the longer prompt, the open web UI send. Okay, so this approach called RAG, retrieval augmented generation. So we add additional knowledge, basically context, before we actually send the prompt to OLAMA. So the OLAMA seems to be more intelligent, but basically we are cheating a little bit by adding more prompt. So this is OLAMA. Okay, now let me see if I can close this one. Okay. Now the actual OLAMA is on different machine. On my computer, it's run on virtual machine. The other one is run on bare metal machine. Basically, it's laptop. I format the disk, becoming large language model server. On this one is different IP address 192.168.0.220. So different with the other one. The other one is 0146. This one is 0220. So it's different. Now on this one, I hope this one is still working. Okay. Okay. So this is the one. So we can, in OLAMA, we can, let me see if I can make it bigger. So basically we can query OLAMA using command line. So we can query. So the query, the prompt is not necessary through web interface. The prompt can be sent through command line like this. So we need to run the OLAMA first. See this? The model I'm using is Code Llama, okay, which is basically model for coding, model for writing script, okay, and then I can send the prompt here. So we need to change the model to different model if we need different task. Basically, it's little bit and not very, what's that, friendly, but that's the maximum we have right now. So we can change different model for different task. Right now I run the model for coding. Okay, this is in one window, and then on another window here, now this is the trick. I run, let me make it bigger. I hope it can be okay. This script will takes quite a long time. So I run the script like what, at this afternoon basically. So I ran the script this afternoon. I let the script running and it gives some results. Later I will show you the script. Basically, the script, this is the script. It's a Python script. So I run Python 3 and the script then call SQL map. SQL map basically another script for testing SQL injection in the server, whether we can do SQL injection in the server. Okay, and then if we test the server, basically the script give the URL to SQL map, and then SQL map, based on the URL, SQL map will do the test to the server, and then this is it's done all of this done automatically. We don't have to worry. I just run the script, but in the script I need to specify the IP address of the server and so on. Okay, now it will run automatically, and then it will do a lot of tests for SQL injection. This is the test of SQL injection, and then the brutal part of the SQL injection is we can do a lot of things here, and then basically it gives the results in this folder. I hope you can see this one, SQL map output, and then this is the IP address of the server. Okay, and then we send the output to Olama, and this will take a long time. Okay, because I don't have any GPU card. Let me see if I can. I have to SSH again to the server. Okay. So I remote login the server again. Okay. SQL map output. This is the IP address of the target 192.190. So this is the log, many things stored here. Let me see. This is the target of our test. Okay, and then this is the script we use to test the target. And then let me see, it store the result in SQLite. SQLite normally it's binary, so we cannot read. Let me see if I can read this one. It's normally binary. Okay, it's binary, so we cannot read. Let me see if you can see the log. So basically this is the log. Okay, so all the result is stored in the SQLite, and then they send the result to Olama to evaluate. Based on the result, then this is actually the actual script sent by Python. This part is the answer from, so basically we send the result as well as prompt. I have 4 prompt, I think. Yes, 4 prompt. So the first prompt is it a valid SQL injection finding? What are the potential impact? What are the next steps for the attacker? How can this attack can be prevented? Okay, but we also send the result from SQL map plus 4 different questions, and these are the answer from Olama here. Okay, so this is more, so the answer is more human text, so we can read, people can read easily, and then of course there's still some technical jargon in it, so many normal people having difficulty, some like this one, Boolean based blind, time based blind, union query. It's not a normal term used in human conversation, but yes, it will. But the important thing is this one. Yes, that's it. Is it a valid? Yes. The rest is only the argument that this is valid. Okay, what are the potential attack? This one, modify, delete, inject, steal. That's it. The rest is basically explanation of the potential impact. What are the next step for the attacker? Extract sensitive data, create backdoor, inject code. So that's the thing that. So when we read this thing, we need to understand that we sometimes we don't need to read the whole sentence. There are several keywords that used by this one. Okay, same thing. How can this attack prevented? Validation, sanitation, parameterized query, regular, and so on. So that's quite that's on the SQL injection. Okay, now I like to show you how the script looks like. So that's basically the results. Okay, let me remove this one. Oops. Okay, the actual script is here. Cyber security AI. Oops, this one. Okay, that particular script is from this one. This one. Okay, so this is how we do it. So we need to install the SQL map first. Of course, if we use what's that, Kali Linux, it's already available in Kali Linux. But this one I use the Olama server to do those things. So I need to install the SQL map, and then we need to install Olama this way. This is how I install Olama. Okay, so it's not using Docker. It's basically use shell script to download Olama and install Olama. There are 4 different model suggested for this kind of activity: Llama 3, Code Llama, Mistral, and Pi 3. Okay, I use Code Llama, this one, so it can read code. It can read something technical like SQL. Okay, the other 3 may have some difficulty to read this kind of thing, so I use this one to read SQL. Now, before I do the test, we need to test the target manually, whether I can test using SQL map. This is the way how to test this thing manually. I also need to set up the test.php file. It's here actually. Let me reload this one. Oh, this one. This is the test.php. This is actually the actual file. Okay, that we attack. This is for testing purposes only. So this is so we need to write the PHP file, and we attack the PHP file, and then make sure in the PHP, in this part, when it when it read the parameter is ID like this. There is no sanitation, no validation, no filtering, no nothing. So that's why we can attack easily using SQL injection. And then having the having, so the attacker can inject something in ID, and then this thing will goes here. Okay. See, this one goes here, and it talk to the database. The table name is users. Okay, and then that's it. Okay, we need to create the small database. This is how to create database, and this is how to create database. Okay, so I insert several user and email, and then we have a database for testing. Okay, so basically we need to set up PHP file, okay, and database file. That's it. in the server, and then we can attack using this kind of, if it is done from Kali Linux, we can type this, of course, uh, the uh, the destination is not localhost. We can change the localhost using IP address of the server. Basically, we can test something like this. Then we can check whether we can attack the our PHP file on the server. Okay. So this, in the server we have PHP file. Let me show you how the PHP file looks like. Not this one. This one. Okay. So there are two machines. Let me. Okay. Var w HTML clearly. So we have test. Let me see. Test.php. So this is the actual file that we attack. Okay. Now, back to the this thing here, SQL map. So having this file, we can test first, and then I have two script basically. This one only. So we have to do the SQL map manually. If we can do manually, then we can grab the output of SQL map and send it to Olama. So there is basically in Olama we have API to generate results. So we can talk to Olama through website. There is an API here to generate results. It talk using JSON. Okay. JSON like this, and then we need to define the model, the prompt, and the string. The model is Llama 3, Llama 3. Of course, we can change the model to different model that is already downloaded. Okay, so we need to set up the model, prompt, and these two is the important one, these two. Okay. And then we open the log, and then we put the log into this one. Okay, so this is actually the prompt. Okay, this is the actual prompt. If you read the prompt like this is in Indonesian language, but when we see the results, so this is the Indonesian language. So number one, the first question, second, third, fourth is the Indonesian language, but when we see the results, it's in English. And let me see. Okay, so the result is English. Why? Because Llama 3 lack the capacity to write in Indonesian, so it tends to write in English. So that's why it's in English rather than Indonesian, because I use Llama 3 model. If I use Mistral, then it will be in Indonesian. So that's one example how to do how to evaluate cybersecurity using AI. So this is quite new. There is another one, if you like. Let me see. There are several AI-based AI integration to vulnerability analysis. We can do during recognize, vulnerability scanning, exploitation, post-exploitation. We can also do AI-assisted automation. This is the one that I use. We can talk to chatgpt. We can also use AI for learning. For example, we want to hack the box, try hack me over the wire. We can also use ChatGPT for these things. But sometimes ChatGPT will not give you the full answer. We need to be a little bit clever to talk to ChatGPT if want to have some answer. Okay, so this is so we can use AutoGPT for pen testing. There is another one like this, Pen Test GPT. It's available on GitHub. So this is not cybersecurity. This is for pen test. It's available on GitHub. The problem with this one is it actually talk to the Pentest GPT talk to OpenAI. So we need the API key for OpenAI. So that's why I'm not using Pentest GPT. It would be nice if we can. I need to read the code of Pentest GPT. If it is quite interesting, then maybe we need to modify a little bit the code so we can still use the code, but not using the OpenAI. Because OpenAI, we basically have to pay basically later. Sooner or later, we have to pay in OpenAI. In Olama, is still open source, so it's free. So we need to balance between paying and getting something for free. So the Pentest GPT is maybe it's good. I haven't tried, but we have to pay because it needs the OpenAI API key. Okay. Let's see. If it is for educational use, there are several topics, thesis topic IDs, for example, LLMs to automate web pen testing recognize, evaluation of AI agent, and so on. So this is just an ID. So I type this thing, so hopefully it will work out for you guys. Okay, so that's what I want to show you a little bit. Of course, there are several. I also I haven't tried this one, but this one is using Nmap. So Nmap has the capacity to attack actually. So we can also use Nmap and try things here. Nmap. Nmap is much simpler than SQL injection. Nmap can also do some exploitation. We can exploit, and we can do a lot of nasty things here. The interesting with Nmap is the output. It gives you the this one, CVE. Basically, it gives you the vulnerability. There is a server on the internet that store the there are many for store and list the vulnerability, and it gives number. Okay, so this is CVE 2007-6421. It's about directory traversal that we can traverse into the directory, and this one is about backdoor in FTP and so on. Okay, I haven't tried. I have typed this one, but I haven't tried seriously. The SQL map I have tried, and it's okay, but I need something more brutal than that actually. Because to be honest, some of my students actually use AI and integrate into the script, and finally they manage to find a lot of vulnerability in one of the government website. But they request us to evaluate their website, so we use AI to do this job. So it's more automatic. We can get the result very easy because AI. So this quite interesting approach. Okay, let me see if there is any question so far. For the Llama model, do it have limitation for the usage? To be honest, I don't know. Let me see. The maximum apps. Continue with Google. Let me see if I can log in using Google account. Okay. Maximum prompt for ulama. Maximum character in prompt for ulama. Okay. To be honest, I don't know. 2048 tokens. Wow. Okay. That's mean we can increase. Interesting. Every one token is one word. Okay. So 2048, that means we have 2048 words. Okay. And this one is to increase the number of token. That means we can have more words. Some model. Wow. Okay. This is the for the context. The Llama 3.1 support what 512 thousand characters. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. Okay, so we can have a lot of we basically can upload a lot of file. And the most brutal thing is I use, if we remember, I use knowledge. So basically I upload files. Let me see, I can, if I can. So I use this option here, workspace, knowledge. So basically I have a lot of file here, but this file is in the database. So basically the actual prompt is not the one that we type. So the actual prompt sent to Olama will be the short prompt that we type plus the context Open Web UI get from the knowledge here. So, okay. So Open Web UI have the capacity, the capability to grab to what the so basically it will try to send as many words or sentence that related to our prompt based on the document we store here. Okay, so the actual prompt sent to Olama will be longer than our prompt. Okay, because of this, but the maximum is this one. So that's very interesting. Okay, so we can have a lot of things here. We can play around. Make sure you have large GPU VRAM. That's the important one. Okay. The VRAM may be the small GPU may have like 8 GB VRAM. The large one may be like, I don't know, depending on your money, basically. Or we can make several GPU in parallel. That's make things much. So I hope that answered the question for Pak Putu. Okay, now back to here. So, any more questions? Let me see. No more questions? Okay, no more questions. Okay, now basically, this is my latest toys. I try to integrate AI with pen tests and cybersecurity, but I'm not using OpenAI or ChatGPT or Gemini. I use the local large language model using Olama. Okay, so this is the one that I play around with lately. Okay, now I have what 1 hour plus. Let me see. Okay, So we have discussed about vulnerability analysis. We have discussed about intrusion detection system, basic data security, this one, information security management. So we can discuss more about, let me see. Okay. I will try to discuss about firewall, secure shell, secure copy. I hope this two. Okay, so I will discuss in 1 hour 15 minutes about these two: firewall, secure shell, secure copy. Okay.